Hey, good morning. Had a few minutes here. Kind of came outside to catch some fresh air. It's beautiful outside. The birds are chirping. The sky's blue. The kids are still asleep, so I figured I had a couple times, so I grabbed the camera. So earlier this week, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, and he knows I've been procrastinating on making videos. I figured I'd grab the camera, run out here real quick, and do the video, try to get uploaded today. The reason why it's important to get it uploaded today, today's his birthday, and I feel like it's the perfect time to answer the challenge. So, happy birthday, Vaughn. I kind of wanted to join a little bit into a discussion about a lot of the stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of opinions going around. Trust me, I have plenty. And hopefully I'll have the opportunity to use this format to maybe share some of those. But today, I don't want to get too heavy, and I just want to kind of keep it light in the wake of, it's a birthday weekend. So, we're going to be kicking it for the next couple of days. So it brought me back to an incident or a situation we had a few years ago. And it was another friend of mine. She had a birthday party, so she was having it downtown here in Indianapolis at one of the clubs there on the main strip. I brought along a few of my friends. It was in the evening time. We were all pretty much getting off work and going straight to the bar just to kind of stop in, say our highs, party for a little bit, and kind of roll out. We get down there, we're walking in the strip, and they got, I don't know what brand it was exactly, but how they got Budweiser girls or whatever, they're out front, they're like, hey, they're like, come on in. And everybody was like super friendly, And so, the way it's saying, we got in line. I was the first one, check my ID, give you a once over, I get in. A friend of mine behind me was, ID, gave him a look over. Guy looks at him, asks him to lift up his shirt, to untuck his shirt. He untucks his shirt, and he asks him to untuck his t-shirt. He untucks his t-shirt, and the guy looks at him and shakes his head and said, nah, I can see your underwear, you can't come in. So we kind of, we questioned it, but everybody was pretty cool. I think everybody was kind of like, one of those moments like, well, what do we do now? So we stepped out of line, and, we're standing there, and we're trying to figure this thing out. I was trying to get in contact with, my friend whose party it was, and kind of see, I don't know, see if we can come up with some resolution. In the meantime, while we're standing there, it was it was a group of Caucasian males, more than two, and they walked up. Now, let me explain. We had all just came from work. Me and the guy that got stopped, we worked here locally for an insurance company, so we work in a corporate environment. I had a friend of mine that worked at ADT, and another friend of mine that was a teacher. We all came pretty much straight from work to this venue. So kind of what this venue expressed to us is that the clothes that we wore to work that day wasn't suitable or wasn't appropriate for their bar. So that's fine, So we're standing there, and two Caucasian, I keep saying two, but it was a group of Caucasian males came up. They had baseball hats, tall tees, jeans, and they walked up smoking cigarettes. They look like, if anybody wants to use the word, they look goony. So they walk in, man. There was no hesitation, no look over, wave them right in. And I lost it. And not lost it in a crazy way, Anybody knows me. I think I just came unhinged where, tried to be cordial about this, but this is the first time I'll say probably in my adult life that it was blatant, like just blatant slap me in the face, racism, discrimination, whatever you want to call it. So I go and I confront the bouncer at the door, and I'm like, so you let these guys come in, but you can't let my guy come in? You know, the outfit, the attire that he wore at work isn't suitable to walk in. The guy like has this smirk on his face, and he's looking, and he makes this gesture toward the window. So, you know, they got the window there, and you know that you have the rules on there, you know, like no t-shirt, no hats, whatever, and all these things that, you know, you can't have. But at the very bottom of this list, it said, at our discretion. None of the other criteria met. So of course, you know what I'm saying, a baseline, a justification, so means is to write at our discretion. So I'm kind of going in on the guy, and you know, he asked me to step on the other side of the rope. I did, stepped on the other side of the rope and continued to speak my piece. You know, now all of a sudden, you know, the Budweiser girls or whoever they were was outside, and they're basically telling us, man, you know, get out of here, you guys are causing a problem. And all of a sudden we became the aggressors. There's no criteria that needs to be figured out. There's just a blatant right, and there's a definite right and a definite wrong. And when you look at the facts of this situation, it was wrong. And as a group, we walked away back to the garage, and everybody was mad, man. Everybody was mad, yelling, arguing, and it was just hurt. Because we came somewhere just to have a good time, just to meet up with some friends, and we were denied access to what, even though it's not blatantly said, that you would assume basically because the color of our skin. To argue that point is ludicrous. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to make a big deal about, you know, the inequalities or, you know, other things going on in the world, but I'm just trying to more or less just bring notice and say that these things do exist. And I do understand at the same time that it's not isolated to just skin color. We all have different biases, you know, and I just feel personally, you know, I feel when people decide to exercise and to make decisions based off certain biases, I find people like that to be unintelligent. And that's just, you know, I put those people like that in the category of people that still say, you know, the earth is flat. There's too much evidence to show that, you know, you can't take a group and say that they are this or they are that. It's almost like the lazy way of qualifying somebody because we don't want to take the time to get to know people on an individual basis. It's like saying somebody with a master's degree is smarter than somebody with a bachelor's degree, or somebody with a bachelor's is smarter than somebody with a GED. It's not necessarily true. I think once you experience stuff like that and you experience it over and over and over, you know, it can really beat you down. And you know, you start having to wake up and you start having to prep for things like this. So like tonight, you know, we might have a location we want to go to, but you kind of gotta have a couple backup plans, you know, in the event you're not welcome. And, you know, I just hope, I just really want us all to do better. This is the world that, you know, I have to live in, but more importantly, try to make this place better for our kids coming up, and then their kids and their kids. So we got to kind of be mindful of, you know, the actions we're taking. And this is everybody, global, across the board, man. Hopefully this is one. Hopefully this is going to be one of many videos I get to shoot, but I really just wanted to kind of get this one out and get it on my plate. I got to get in here. I got to get in here and get to work. So I appreciate you listening. If you get an opportunity, I think I'm going to be uploading these on YouTube and trying to grow my channel there. So I'd appreciate if you like, subscribe. More importantly, comment. I would love to hear feedback, and I'd love to hear, you know, maybe share your experiences or comment on mine. To the next video. Bye.